Well, hey guys, this is Matt with Footage Pros, and in this video we're going to talk about the benefits for the field producer and the editor of using in-ear monitors, and we're going to kind of do a quick little review of the CCA C10s. Now, there's a lot of reviews on this because these are some very affordable in-ear monitors that are very, very, very high end as far as quality goes, so I won't go into detail, but I'll just kind of go from my standpoint of owning these for about 9 or 10 months and what I found to be good and bad, which there's not that much on the bad side. Field producers and editors, just hang on just 1 second because I'm going to run through a lot of stuff with the musicians. These have the molded tubing, pre-molded tubing, okay? They do not have the hard wire in there so you can do the shaping, but these have been holding up on my ears very, very, very well. So they're pretty simple. They just loop over, there you go. The cabling itself is a very good, durable rope design that I found to be pretty good, and the braid continues on down to the good old L-jack, okay? And these are really, really good for wireless packs, or if you have the hardwired cabled system of your in-ear monitors. So if you got something like the Behringer headphone amplifier that say Jake from Churchfront has recommended, then these are good for that as well. The only ones I wouldn't say this is ideal for would be like your own stand monitor systems like Evioms and some of the PreSonus and Behringer stuff where you have it physically on a stand, you got to plug into the back. I'm not quite sure if the length is quite what you need, okay? So if that's you may want to invest into an amplifier like what Jake at Churchfront has recommended through the Behringer and stuff, just so you can get a little extra length, and then you can adjust your stuff, and then you won't have to worry about it yanking your stand down or yanking these off your ears. But sound reproduction, number one. I love these things, and I've actually had au clairs in my ears, which they're not that good. I mean, granted, these are $40. Au clairs can be up around $600, $700, $800, but they're really, really good. I can isolate multiple instruments. I could really get good clarity from those instruments and hear exactly what they're doing. The bass guitar specifically, I can hear the slaps really good. If that's something that you care about. The drums, I mean, pristine and clear. I mean, it just other keys, if I'm playing synth and somebody else is playing keys, then I can hear those very well as well. There is a slight bump between the 125 or 100 and up to about the 250-ish range. So you do get a little more mid-bass in there, but that could be a good thing if you're into an environment where you have a bass-heavy stage set up and it's really rocking and rolling. So it might give you a little more clarity if the SPL and the volume gets a little up. So 8-9 months I've had them in my ears, and really exclusively for about past 5. And I absolutely love them. And so they're very, very good. The sibilancy, the S's are not harsh. The 2K range is not harsh either. I haven't had any harshness with these in-ear monitors. Just very, very good reproduction across the board. Okay, very, very good. Those 4 balanced and that 1 dynamic driver is doing very, very well in my ears. The only 2 negatives I could say is, number 1 is the size. So if you have smaller ears, so ladies, okay, these might not be the best ones for you. Now, ironically, I think the C12s from CCA, which is 6 drivers instead of 5, so you got more in your ears. I think they are body-wise a little bit smaller. Not sure, so don't quote me on that one, but there are some KZ models, which I'll have in the description below, that are good quality for budget-friendly systems, and they are a little bit smaller. So just something to think about if you have a small in-ear, ear canal, whatever. These might be a little bit big for you. Might not, but just keep that in mind. So if you're 5 foot tall and you need some in-ears, then I don't know. Just check out a few other channels and make sure you can find out what you need to find out before you go buy them. The second con, really, the truth of, I kind of already said, is it's a little bit short on the cable, but these are designed for wireless packs on your waistline, so these are perfect for that. And if it was maybe another 6 or 7 or 8 inches longer, that might be ideal. But I'm not going to be too picky with that one because it's worked fine for me. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out some things to say bad about them because they're that good for $40. But last but not least, they do not come with a cinch. Okay. Now I have done a cool little trick which I found at another musical channel. Okay, if you can see right here, I have the wire tie that kept them organized in the packaging wrapped around about 7 or 8 times. Okay, just kind of spooled them around there, and they work extremely well. So they actually give you the cinch, but didn't plan to give you the cinch cable. Yeah, so there you go. Musicians, great investment for $40 if you're looking for them. Okay, now editors and field producers and cameramen, videographers, if you're not musically inclined, then that kind of didn't make any sense. But there's a lot of crossover when it comes to the music industry and what we do filming when it comes to an audio standpoint. Okay, I kind of put 2 and 2 together about 1.5 years ago, really, and started using in-ear monitors to use for my projects. This is what I carry with me all the time now. I use in-ear monitors to monitor my audio when I'm filming, especially with interviews and stuff like that. So if you've never used them and you want to maybe try them and invest $30 or $40 worth of in-ears and try them out, I'm going to give you the warning. You will hear way more stuff than will actually come through when you're done editing. Okay, just to give you an example, the Badlands Film Festival submission that me and my buddies had produced for 2020, I'll link it up here in the cards. In that voiceover, after we finished the whole project and it was ready to be submitted, I could turn off all the music, and with these in-ears plugged into my computer and while I was editing, I could still hear slap, the return, the echo-ish, or the bounce and reflection of his voice whenever we recorded it. Within the end product, the finished product, you can't hear it. Again, you will hear more stuff than what will actually come through and be represented in your final product. Okay, which is a good thing because you can really analyze your audio while you're filming in the first place. They're not going to take up a lot of room, and that's the type of thing that I look for, is to be small, compact, budget friendly, but very quality centered, and that's what you get with in-ear monitors, as opposed to getting headphones that might take up this much room, all folded up and collapsed, whereas you can get a bundle maybe a little bit bigger than a golf ball and put it in a pocket or something, so you can save space, weight, and if you're climbing 3,000 and 4,000 feet up and down every day, ounces create pounds and pounds create pain. That's a good old hiking phrase there. So yeah, a lot of benefits. And obviously if you're climbing around, you don't want these things to fall off. Like headphones will just stay on there, but over time you can get headaches, at least I do, of having them compressed on your head the whole time. And if you got them up here, or if you got them around your neck, it just kind of cumbersome a little bit. But these, you can cinch them down and they'll stay pretty much right there on your ear, even if they're not plugged in. Okay, so just something to think about. I highly suggest them, and this is what I use almost, I'd say 100% of the time now. And again, these that I use are the CCA C10s. Great set of in-ears for $40-ish. But anyways, I think that's it, guys. So editing with in-ears is going to be a good thing. Filming with them, good thing. Obviously, if you're a musician, you know all about them, and you've probably watched 4 or 5 different tutorials on these in-ears, specifically with the CCA 10s. So anyways, It'll be a good thing. Good thing indeed. Oh, and by the way, they work very well editing on an airplane. Just saying. I have had to do that a lot this past year. But that's it, guys. Till next time, get the gear that's right for you, because only you can do your projects. And since we usually only have one chance to get it right, why not do it right and just do it once? Till next time, guys. We'll see you in the next video.